Mornings on the show, we talk to our neighbors in business, and I'm happy to have with us from Maureen's Designs in Chelsea and also in Saline, actually, Maureen White-Goman, and our segment brought to you by Northstar Bank. Maureen, welcome to 107.1. How are you?
Thank you. So nice to be here.
Good to have you down here. Tell us about your history in the flower business. You've had your store in Saline for quite a while, haven't you?
Yeah, on March 17th, it was 11 years.
And when did you open your store in Chelsea?
We took over Gigi's on January 2nd.
And I know this location very well because you are literally right next to one of my favorite coffee shops in the known universe, aren't you?
Indeed, we share a wall.
With Zuzu's.
Yes.
Yeah. Why flowers? Why are you in this business? What appeals? What about flowers? We all love flowers, but why do you make this your living? Why is it so special
So I
to you?
grew up in this business. My parents bought a flower shop up in Bay City when I was 8 years old.
Oh, in the family.
Yes. And so I grew up just kind of hanging out and being underfoot and being a nuisance. It was easier to hang out there than it was to get a babysitter, and they didn't want me to be home alone.
Yeah.
So, you just kind of grow up in the family business, staying underfoot. And then when it came time to go to college, I, of course, wanted to do anything else but that.
Well, of course.
Right. So I went away to Michigan State to do what many of us do, which is to get a degree in what you love. So I decided to get a degree in travel and tourism management, which oftentimes that plan doesn't work out for people as well.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Right. So I came home and begged my father for a job and started off, with customer service and hanging out in the greenhouse, doing that sort of thing. And that's when I started to develop my creative side. I hadn't really paid much attention to it before that. I was not what I would call a creative person when I was younger. And so then they started letting me tag along to conventions and other floral gatherings and let me just kind of practice my designs. And then you just, when you're used to looking at something, you're not starting from scratch when you start to learn because you've been looking at it all along.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So once you put your mind to it, it goes pretty quickly after that, becoming good at the skill. In this case, it was floral design. So then my parents started investing in me. And at that time in the 80s, there were the craze in the floral industry was these advanced design schools by the Dutch masters. So it was like, they would have one in Austria, a 10-day advanced design school for a limited number of people and, that sort of thing.
Our guest, Maureen White-Goman of Maureen's Designs in Chelsea and in Saline. The new store in Chelsea just opened for a couple months. So, we just passed this busy season, of course, Valentine's Day and Easter. But you were telling me that as we head into spring and summer, you stay very busy. In fact, it's your busiest time of year?
Yes, the season starts to ramp up right about now. We're starting to see things kick in. It's all kinds of events. There's graduations.
Oh, yeah.
There's showers. We do a lot of events with university departments. So, of course, we work with caterers also, and so they'll call up and say, we need 10 centerpieces. Here's our budget. Here's our colors. Here's the place. Here's the time of delivery. And here's how much money you have.
Got it. Maureen, before we let you run, people can get flowers at a lot of different places, from their local party store who sells some roses by the cash register to other florists. Why should they check out Maureen's Designs?
Well, I'd like to say that I'm the greatest florist in the world, but really, it's my training that sets me apart. I did an apprenticeship over at the Kokenhof Gardens in Lissy, Netherlands for a season. And as far as I can tell, I'm the only American to ever have done that.
I'm impressed.
And so I'm pretty good at what I do. So when customers come into my store, I dig down in a little bit. Why are you here? What's the occasion? Tell me about the person that you're buying for. Where do you think they're going to set this arrangement? What's your budget?
Sure.
If the answer is I have no idea, and I say, well, when you think of this person, what comes to your mind? Bright colors or pastel colors, or do you think of something very modern or tropical
or traditional?
Traditional? So I really try and walk through the process so we can get a specific custom-made a composition for every single person that walks in the door.
Maureen, what are your hours at your new store in Chelsea on
The
Main Street?
same as they are in the other store, which is Monday through Friday, 9 to 5:30, and Saturdays 10 to 2. But of course, as we say, if we're there, we're open. So oftentimes we're there earlier and much later. So
And the website, Maureen'sDesigns.com. And the phone number for the Chelsea store?
is area code 734-475-3040.
On Tuesday mornings, we talk to our neighbors in business. The segment made possible by Northstar Bank. Maureen White-Goman with us from Maureen's Designs. Thanks for joining us, Maureen. Good to see you.
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Good to have you here.